Hi, Collective. Today I have been reminding myself of what my own personal journey is, because in all this I started to get distracted away from my own spirituality and what my spiritual path is. So, funnily, something come up about Bobby Hammett, who I've watched a lot of his stuff before, but I've been on a Bobby Hammett kind of spree today, and then some other people mixed in. But kind of get my mind right, get myself right, get my head right, because I started to realize that the more you try and put things out to try and get other people to understand something, the further away from yourself you get sometimes if you don't get the balance right. And I realized I wasn't getting the balance right. I was worrying more about everybody else and coming together. And that means that then I'm not in the place I'm supposed to be in spiritually to play my part in this next phase. Um, and so I'm reflecting while I've been sitting this morning with incense and candles and listening to like amazing inspired words, almost prophet like. I started to realize that things are going how they are supposed to. The timelines are shifting back to where they're supposed to, but to get there, it's going to be disruptive on a personal level and on a global level. So, as long as we gear ourselves up for that disruption and realize that it's like the tower card in the tarot pack, everything has to collapse to clear a way for a new, stronger building. So, I'm going to try and commit back to my spiritual path, which before all this disruption was very much I love my Hermetic path, and I love Hermetic Principles. I love anything to do with the Neter. I love my goddess Set, and there's other ones now that I've started to feel drawn to, and I've got my head Orisha as well. So I have a mixture of kind of spiritualities like that I kind of dip into what feels right at the time and what feels like it will work for me at that point, like a bit of a mix and match spirituality. So I can't say I'm an expert of any particular one thing. I've taken parts from bits, but yeah, I just decided to film just to say, remember your what you need for you. What they're doing at the moment's making everyone come away from their higher self, come down into the physical, and that doesn't help our spiritual journey and our spiritual path. So I can need some cleansing as usual. Doesn't help. We need to see to ourselves as well, because if we see to ourselves on an individual level, then that is what will help connect together with everyone else. If you just focus on getting inside of yourself and connecting with your own light, when you've done that, you will naturally connect with everyone else who's doing the same inner process and the same inner journey, and you'll move further away from the illusion and more into you, and as everything exists within you and everything else is your perception. If you shift your perception to the power and light within you, that you can change everything. And so I think that's very important at the moment, to get everything right. Like, I've got to get healthier in my eating. I've got to get healthier in my mindset. I've just got to get myself right, because if I'm right, then that has a knock-on effect around other people who are trying to do the same. And then in the end, we would naturally all just spiritually come together without having to make a physical attempt at trying to create a connection. It will happen because the ancestors will work with us, and the spirit guides, everyone who's on our team working in our highest good, will know to connect us with other like-minded spirits in the right realm, where this light connection has to happen for us to help raise the vibration of Gaia along with her raising, so that all the dark, heavy, low vibrational energy we won't be able to survive within the energy that we've created. Um, a certain energy that they've got out there, which is a number and a letter, is almost like a simulated version of the 5D that the energy of Gaia's moved into, but they've created a simulated energy that if you don't raise into your higher self, it can interrupt some of the vibrational energy patterns. I've noticed that because I've noticed a difference in the vibration when I try to connect if I don't raise myself enough into my higher self. So I think it's important to realise that with all this change in radiation around us and everything, we've got to protect ourselves more spiritually, and we've got to protect ourselves more physically, connect our physical vessel, so that it makes it easier to do our spiritual work. Because obviously we're humans and we're here to live as humans, but we're also spirit, and we've got to look after both because they work together. That's why we chose to come here as a human, to do that work of remembering who we are, why we're here, and being able to do that even though you might feel like you're physically restricted by a human body. The fact of the matter is you're more of a human body inside of a spirit, because your spirit's so immense. So anyway, that was a bit of just like a spiritual chit chat today. I can't say it was specifically about anything other than just me realizing that it's so much just in you, in yourself, because I've been trying so much to like say, come on people, but that's just wasting energy and wasting time. I'm going to work on me. I'm going to do my videos, and I'm going to start trying to talk about topics that will help other people on their spiritual path, tips that I've got from my journey, because I awakened originally to my gift. I think I gifts forever really, but I awakened to my gifts in my early 20s, and I am 38 now. And then I come off my spiritual path for a while, and then I came back onto it, and I'm so happy that I did, and I'm so happy to be remembering that one of my roles is teaching, and I love to share knowledge, I love to share inspiration. So, anyway, I hope you all have an awesome day. I hope you look after yourselves, and may the ancestors bless you, strengthen you, and keep you protected always. Ashe.